Veteran of many an NHL goalie fight, Martin Biron joins me now. Marty, what is going on? Okay, but it was a good one. Buddy, what is going on with your brethren, your goalie brethren right now? 6 years since we had a goalie fight. Now we've had 2 in 2 weeks. First of all, were you surprised about these two particular combatants? Because you and I were just talking off air, saying Vasilevskiy seems like such a mild-mannered guy, but he was landing some bombs with the left there.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like, social distancing ended a few years ago, and the goalies are still doing it because they don't want to get close to one another. But now you've got, in the last 2 weeks, you've got Bobrovsky, one of the best, Stanley Cup winning Bobrovsky, Vezina Trophy winning Bobrovsky, skating all the way down to fight Nedeljkovic. And now you got Andrei Vasilevskiy. Like, those are the two unlikeliest goaltenders to be able to get in a fight and skate all the way down. But they both did it, and I was so impressed with Andrei Vasilevskiy because I usually would always have a scouting report on the goalies, like if they fought before, are they strong or not, and the fighters always know if they're righty-lefty. Watch Vasilevskiy come in, and then he switched last minute as a lefty fighter. He grabs Jeremy Swayman by the neck, and he's like, let's unload these left bombs and let's go. I was so surprised. Like, Jeremy Swayman laughed it off at the end, but at this moment, he's like, oh no, this is not going to be good. Let me protect a little bit. And look, when I got in my fight, Jay, with Ray Emery, I didn't know what I was doing. It looks at least like these two knew what they were doing, like they tried to grab on. But I tried to go as a lefty and maybe get lucky. It didn't work out. Like, it worked out a lot better for Vasilevskiy. But what is best about when I got in my fight with Ray Emery and tonight is the rivalries, right? Like, the Ottawa Buffalo Sabres rivalry in the mid-2000s were just great. Like, playoffs and, heartbreaks and great games. And you look at Tampa and Boston and the Atlantic Division, the Eastern Conference, how tight and emotional everything is. That's why the goalies want to take part of it, because it's so intense and there's rivalries, and now you want to get in a fight, and every goalie wants to get in fights. You just don't want to lose it. So Vasilevskiy is 1-0. Sarah Swayman, unfortunately, 0-1 in this one.
He might, he'll get another chance again, I'm sure. Hopefully we get 3 goalie fights in 3 weeks. That's what I'm hoping for, Marty. What about Team Canada? They are waiting for the return, or at least news of a potential return on Braden Point. Here's the good news. Yep. Braden Point skated Saturday morning with his Lightning teammates. He's working his way back from that lower body injury. The bad news is, on Sunday, Anthony Cirelli left the game after taking a hard hit. He's a big part of what Team Canada wants to do on the penalty kill. Yep. If Cirelli was not able to go to Milan, Marty, is there an obvious replacement in your mind?
Well, for me, there's an obvious replacement. It would be Sam Bennett. But Anthony Cirelli is a big part of what John Cooper wants to do with Team Canada, what he did last year at the Four Nations face-off. And obviously, this is a big hit. And when Cirelli got hit, you see him really in discomfort right away. He had that little spin, but he was flexing and kind of crunching his left side, like, ooh. And then he gets to the bench, and he's reaching under his jersey to his left side, and he's like, oh, this did not feel good. So, yes. Like, this is going to be interesting, and obviously there's still a couple of weeks before the tournament was to start. But if Anthony Cirelli cannot go, I'm looking at Sam Bennett, because Sam Bennett can play center. He's a center. Can play the bottom 6 role. He can play the penalty kill. He's already killing penalties often with Sam Reinhart with the Florida Panthers. John Cooper had Sam Bennett last year, and he's seen him play. I think that would be the best fit. I know there's so many talented players that were not announced to Team Canada, forwards especially. You can look at Connor Bedard and whatnot. But if you want to fill that role, you want a center that can play bottom 6 and a penalty killer, Sam Bennett is your guy. So I think he'd be the next guy up.
And the remaining most important question for Canadian hockey fans, of course, is who's going to play goal for Canada in Milan? And we're going to ask Marty that very question a little later on this edition of SportsCenter.